I really believe that blockchain gaming is the future, and in this video, I'm going to show you why. Before we dive in, let's talk about what is blockchain gaming and why you should care about it. I just watched this MrBeast video recently on his gaming channel where a bunch of people got together and made Minecraft builds, and he actually purchased them with real money. And of course, this is a typical MrBeast philanthropy and just having fun and making content out of it. But the idea comes along is, what if he could have actually bought those said items? There's different brackets for $10, $1,000, $50,000. At the end of the day, he just picked his favorite and handed them the money. But there is a way that he could actually verifiably own what he bought, and that proof of ownership is there. Because the question stands, up until this point, how do you know that you own something on the internet? Maybe you've played a game for years and you feel like those in-game assets are yours, but can you take them off the game and sell them if you wanted to? Or can you trade them? Or if your account got suspended for whatever reason, do you still have access to those assets? More than likely you do not. Very few games actually allow you to do so. But with blockchain gaming, you actually know if you own something on the internet and it is verifiably yours, meaning you can do whatever you wanted with it. You can take that shiny Pikachu that you grinded so hard for and take it off the platform and sell it on a marketplace. Now, this marketplace will probably be, for big IP, their own marketplace, but at the end of the day, you're still able to own that and sell it. Now, you could kind of do this in Web 2, but there's always risk and you still don't fully own anything at the end of the day. Before I got into blockchain technology, I actually bought a Clash of Clans account. I thought that I owned it. Long story short, the original owner ended up contacting support and getting their account back. This cannot happen with blockchain. Once you own it, it is secure, and if you lose it, it is on you. It is not on anyone else. And there's a lot of other layers to this that we're not going to break down in this video. So you're still not really sold by listening to this random person on the internet. Well, don't listen to me. Listen to some of the biggest gaming founders that the world has ever seen. They were ahead of you on Web 2 gaming, and they will also be ahead of you on Web 3 gaming if you're not with it. One of them is EA founder Trip Hawkins. He actually joins a Web 3 studio games for a living, and this is breaking news that not a lot of people are talking about. Trip Hawkins not only joins this Web 3 team for blockchain development as a game, but he understands the technology. Listen to what he says. Blockchain as a technology holds a lot of potential, enabling enhanced experiences, verifiable proof of ownership, as we discussed earlier, and asset trading, as well as creating new opportunities for social interaction and innovative business models, Hawkins said in the release. We could speculate all day on these business models. There's so many awesome creative ways to go about that. We want to capitalize on that, not necessarily by forcing conventional gamers to hop on the Web3 Express, but by adding value to the gaming models that already exist. So I think a key point here is just eliminating the term NFTs and just talking about digital assets and digital goods and what it's like to actually own something on the internet and what that looks like integrating it with a video game, and not really having this force-fed integration of this technology, but kind of having a simple onboarding. Reddit did this best by rewarding users that already used Reddit and had avatars by doing 3 million different airdrops of giving them free stuff and free avatars that simply just look different than all the other avatars that exist on the app, but they are actually backed on the blockchain, which is what we're talking about here, is on-chain technology on Polygon. This news isn't recent, but this is huge and a lot of people don't talk about it. Does Justin Waldron ring a bell? He created some of the most famous games that, again, Web 2 has ever seen, games that you've probably played. Words with Friends, Farmville, Mafia Wars, the list goes on and on. He is the founder of Zynga. Does that sound familiar? The little dog logo? Well, if you notice, when I was just on his Twitter profile, he actually has a Bored Ape PFP, but it goes deeper than that. I've actually had the privilege to be able to interview Justin Waldron on NFT Now on Twitter Spaces, and I've been part of a private Discord conversation to where he's actually talked about building on Web3 on chain. This is huge for the space because, again, some of the biggest founders are building right now as we speak. He already has his project. I don't own any of it. I just wanted to talk about it, obviously, for the sake of this video, and it's called Storyverse. These are more storytelling NFTs, so not really anything to do with gaming, but just the fact that Justin Waldron is in the space and he understands the technology is extremely bullish for me. All that being said, I think Web3 gaming is primed to explode once the market comes back, and even despite market, I think this technology is here to stay, regardless of prices and speculation. It just makes sense once you fully grasp it. Last take that I'll give in this video is, I do think it's at least going to start off, if not be permanent, more of games that are built around microtransactions. I mentioned Clash of Clans earlier. With these new games developing, I'm not too sure if it's going to be the Call of Duty style, although obviously they can incorporate skins, but these games with high volume of microtransactions, I see being prime for Web3. Just my 2 cents on that anyways. Another bullish case is that the new CEO of YouTube is actually interested into NFTs and crypto. He made a proposal last February of actually integrating NFTs into YouTube, which is pretty crazy. And just as of recently, he is now the CEO. If you want to learn more about that, check out the last video that I posted right here.